What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 557 interviews. Give this special guest from New Jersey to Boston 617 a second to get on here, and we will start this Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest, I'm booking until the end of June, so inbox me. I'll let you know the dates I have available. I also have 9 tickets left for the 5-year anniversary of the Iccy Show anniversary, June 2nd. If you are interested, I'm providing free lunch at a private location, so inbox me and I will let you know that. Again, you do need a ticket to get in, and also it is at a private location. So give them a second to get on here, and we will start this. Happy Sunday. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. My condolences to anyone that has lost anyone. Shout out to Angela Edwards giving me this t-shirt. So salute, BSF. If you were ever in a abusive relationship, definitely support this movement. That's what I highly recommend. What's up, Will? I see you. Will Hutch from New York. Peace, Queen. Peace. Did you get the tag in, Christawn? I sent it to you, the invite. If it doesn't appear on yours, just send invite on it. Peace, Terrence. Peace, everybody. The next interview after tonight will be on the 26th, so make sure you tune in on the 26th also. Peace, Gina. Peace. So I'm just going to give him a second. I gave him the, I sent the invite. Do you have it in your notifications? Check out the other interview I did the other day, Rap Star. Check them out. Again, the Iccy Show 5-year anniversary is June 2nd. 9 tickets left out of 50. I'm providing 50 free lunches and giving giveaways from 1 to 3 on June 2nd at a private location. Peace, Queen. What's going on? Also, I'll be filming in Texas for a movie, so stay tuned on that. Salute to the director. And also go check out Don Hazel, the gangster movie that I am in. I represent the Taino Kings. My name is Red in the movie, so go check out that movie. R.I.P. Don Hazel. He was the director of that from Boston. I'm sorry about my voice. I lost it the other day in the fight. Shout out to all the boxers. It was great entertainment. The night was cut short from all the TKOs. I'm telling you, there's a boxing I grew up on, and boxing's coming back full effect. As you can see, Blueface, he's in it. I'm telling you, some big people are in the boxing industry, so stay tuned on all of them. And check out last night's fight. That was a great, I said Tank, 6 rounds he was going to. I was off by 1 round, but shout out to all the boxers. I mean, it's a hard sport. If you don't know about boxing, I highly recommend you get into it. I'm strictly going that route, and I recommend everyone going that route. For real. Even females, boxing's awesome. Where I go, I mean, they're awesome. The females, they're beasts. I wouldn't want to fight against them. That's for damn sure. That's definitely what I want to. I'll be taking some classes, so stay tuned on that. As you can see, I've been interviewing a lot of boxers recently, and I've been at the gym, doing what they got going on too. I was in the paper the other day. Shout out to, let me get it real quick while we're waiting for him to get on here. It was the Eagle Tribute. So you could go on the website. It's Eagle Tribute, www.eaglietribune.com. This was Friday's paper. You could check it out. You'll see it on the front cover of the paper. My son made it in there too. Here's another female in the paper. She's coming up too. So, like I said, great talent coming in the boxing industry. You're gonna see. That's where my energy is going, that route. So, like I said, stay tuned on that. Here we go. I love boxing. Boxing, what? Get me in a ring, for real, for real. I grew up on that, and I took lessons when I was younger, and I'm back in there again. I go for it. What's up, Christawn? Welcome to the Iccy Showw. How you doing this evening?
Doing good. How you doing, Queen?
Good, good, King. This is Christawn from New Jersey to Boston 617. He's been on the Iccy Showw before, and he's co-hosted on the Bible studies on Tuesdays. Salute to you, King. Much love and respect. And I got someone popping in right now to say hello to you.
Hi, Christawn.
Hey,
can you see him?
How you doing, buddy?
Hold on.
Can't see.
Can you see him?
Nah,
say what you got to say.
When you gonna drop the album?
Oh yeah, man, it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry about it. It's coming. It's coming sooner than you think. Man.
You're breaking up on the footage. I don't know if it's a bad reception where you're at.
I'm breaking up.
It's like you're like stuck on there. No, you're still frozen on. There you go. There you go. Don't move. Whatever you're doing, don't move.
You can hear me well though?
Yes, I can.
All right, good. So what's going on? What's popping?
Nothing much. So when is your album coming out? Because it froze when you were talking.
It's gonna be probably sometime in the summertime, early summer.
Okay.
Early summer, like around my birthday, like July 2nd. It's gonna be around that time. It's already done. Okay. I'm just waiting. I got somebody from Capitol Records that I'm working with. So I'm waiting on some things. It's not even me no more. It's other things. So we're gonna make this.
Okay.
It's gonna be. Yeah. So I mean, like it's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be big. But I mean, that's what's been holding everything off now. So like I'm working with this guy over at Capitol, and we trying to do a couple things, and got some things in the works. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a nice release.
Okay. Let me know. I'll come up to New Jersey.
Okay, nah, it's some things that's going on up here too that I want you to come up to. We set some things up, like
yeah,
some things.
Definitely.
Yeah, like we set some things up here, but that I want you definitely to come to.
Okay, I'll definitely be there. I appreciate that. So, definitely, King. I'll be out there. I have a Brooklyn shirt that matches that hat, and I have my photo shoot with my Brooklyn hat that matches that. My people's out there gave it to me. That would have matched you perfectly.
Yeah, Brooklyn, my squad, in my new squad, sixes cops. They kind of love, you know what I mean. I ain't got no love for them no more, man. I ain't got no love Brooklyn. That squad now. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you thought of doing any documentation of your life yet?
I got an EPK in the works. It's gonna be a documentary about all types of stuff that happened in my life. You know what I mean? I had a rough one, so I'm glad I don't look like what I've been through. But my life been kind of on a side where I'm surprised I'm still alive. You know what I'm saying? Right. But yeah, I'm trying to put something together where kind of like an EPK, maybe a short film.
Okay.
Get some actors or something like that. We're trying to put something together to make it, worth seeing, worth watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I said, with the guy from Kappa, we doing a lot of things. We got a lot of things that we're gonna be working on. So I'm excited about it. I've been pushing a lot of stuff off for a while because I want stuff to be right. I don't want to be this. I'm getting older now, and stuff. I don't want no regrets no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like whatever I put out, I want to be fire. I don't want to be second guessing nothing no more.
Right. Right.
So
I
if I
don't
gotta
blame.
wait, if I gotta, yeah, you know what I'm saying. If I gotta wait a little longer to get stuff together, I gotta do it. But
And it's gonna
I
be
mean,
well.
yeah, yeah. Like when you wait, you see what God really got for you. You know, he really starts to. Patience always is something that's going to allow God to move at a higher capacity in your life. You know, and I had to learn that. I had to learn that as I got older. Like you don't have to be anxious for nothing. God already got this thing under
Yeah.
control. He already know what's going to happen. He already know how it's going to play out. But if I move unwisely and if I move without patience, I'm going to miss out on some blessings. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So I learned to move with patience and move silently and wisely.
smart. Smart. Definitely. Are you into boxing at all?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you guys have a boxing gym out there for the kids or no?
We got one. It's like a gym around the corner from my house.
Cause
It's not. It's not.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's not like prestigious or nothing. It's just something that for the kids around the way to go to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my son, he started getting into boxing,
Oh
and I've
yeah.
been going to a lot of the big fights. And if that's something you're interested in, I'll give you the information. They're looking for sponsors, and I recommend anyone that's in the industry to start like getting on to one of your gyms that is local, or if you know someone that's a boxer, be a sponsor for them because they need it. And I'm telling you, I've been saying boxing's coming back. It's just a matter of time. This year there's nothing but fire on the boxing sport. I'm telling you. What did you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
about the fight
It's been.
last night?
I didn't see it, but I mean, I heard. I wanted Garcia to win, but
uh,
Tank is a beast.
I said
If he
Tank
hit,
was gonna go 6 rounds. He went to 7, so
yeah.
I was
I knew
one off.
I knew Tank was gonna win, but I wanted Ryan to see Ryan get it. But Tank is he's just a phenomenal boxer. He's just so smart. You know what I mean? He picked Ryan apart last night
Yes,
from the highlights that I saw. So I mean he's too smart. And
right.
he hits way too hard.
Yes, yes,
Caught him with that
that's
red shot. Them red shots be hurting, man. Red
true.
shots ain't no joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. What is the best advice you could tell the children nowadays that are get into the industry? What you could pass on the acknowledgement to them that has helped you.
Stay independent. Don't don't sign with anybody. If um if you are going to sign using using what the label has. Don't sign directly to anybody. Always keep your artist Jeffrey. Your artist can you call it autonomy or your creativity, so you can do what you want to do. But I would say stay independent. Don't sign. It's the way the internet is now. You are your own label.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You're your own label. How where you go is pretty much based on how you want to move and how much how much you put into yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I mean, you might have to spend some money. Like I had to spend a lot. I had to spend some bread. I didn't get to this thing off. You know what I mean? People doing something for me for free, and I ain't even want it for free.
right,
I don't want to owe nobody nothing in here. I'm not in here to be friends with these niggas. Nothing. I want to have do what I want to do when I feel like doing it, and if I gotta spend my own money, I'll spend it. You know what I
right.
mean? Until I have I get somewhere like right now, like with capital. When I get with that, then I'll start to have more money coming in for what I'm doing. Right now, I'm putting a lot out, but I mean,
Well,
it's all good. It's getting me to where I'm trying to get.
Definitely, definitely. Now, is your music on Spotify?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. That's good to have it on all platforms. I know your music's on everything,
yeah,
correct?
it's on that. It's pretty much everything. Yeah, yeah,
So go check out his music. I'm telling you, it's well worth it. I shared something today on my page. You could check it out. Go request them. Let them know where they can find you, Christawn.
yeah. Anywhere. You know, all over the place. I mean, you go on Google and Google my name, you're gonna come up and it's gonna all my stuff's gonna come right up.
Is there anything holding you back, from anything else coming out that you would like to accomplish with the next couple of years?
Uh, Not really. You know, I'm doing everything I would like to do. You know, everything as far as features and I, so many people know me now in that industry. It's like I'm already in there doing what I want to do. I can pretty much get to whoever I want to get to through the connections I have now. Busta Rhymes has helped me out tremendously. Um, as you know, I just did something with Benny the Butcher. We just
Yes.
did a song together. You know, it's like once you in there, you in there. It's like you just in there, and you could get to whoever you want to get. But I was thinking today, I don't think I'm gonna use any more features like that. I think I used it for what I had to do to get to where I wanted to get, and I don't want it to see a lot of people watch me, and a lot of
Yes.
kids watch me. So I have to really watch what I do. I, I have to step on. You know what I'm saying? I can't be running around here doing stuff and forget what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta remember that I'm on a mission in here. I'm not
Yes.
in here, like I said, I'm not in here to make friends with these niggas. I'm on a mission to bring out music that's gonna change the energy in hip hop. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? The energy has to change. Too many rappers, too many people dying, period. And a lot
Right.
of that got to do with the music that's coming out. Music creates an energy in the
Yes.
atmosphere. Music can change atmospheres. It can change your soul. It can change your heart.
Yes.
Music is so powerful. People underestimate that.
Yes. It's a soul.
It gets in your soul. You know what I mean? Anytime I was about to do something in the street, I would throw on DMX because he changed how I felt. Like I would get amped up. If I'm around a girl, I throw on some real slow jams. You know, it would music is powerful. It will change any atmosphere that it comes on. Whatever atmosphere, it'll change it. So that's
Yes.
what's happening now. This drill music came in and it has brought an atmosphere with it of death,
Yes.
straight
It gotta go.
death. It
That
got
that
it.
drill
it
gotta go. I've been saying it. I don't like it. I don't mind going to a show here and one, but not to hear all night long. And it's true. It needs to reach out to your soul because all music does. I'm a 70s baby. So when you're growing up, you're with your aunts, you're with the older generation, and they're listening to, 70s, 80s, slow music. And people don't understand. We need to go back to that. And that's strong that you brought that up. And I'm glad you brought that up as an artist that doesn't cuss in his music, and that's hard to do, but you do it. And I'm not an artist, but if you've been doing that from the beginning, and you do have a lot of children depending on you, and they do look up to you. My son is one of them. He's always asking me, when's this project coming up? I said, I'm going to ask him. And he's like, no, I'm going to ask him. That's why I had him come on. He's like, I got
yeah,
to ask him.
no,
So I'm like, you can ask that one question, but you know that's that's amazing what you do, because the younger generation needs more artists like you to make a difference, to get rid of that killing music. Don't be going by that killing music or rapping about that killing music or blowing up this or whatever the case may be. Artists really need to understand, if you want the younger generation to collapse onto your music, bring the old school back. Marvin Gaye. There's a whole list of them. And no matter what you go to, if you go to a baby shower, you go to a wedding, you go to any social arranged event, and if they put that music on, everybody always there's somebody that's gonna dance. And
yeah, yeah,
you know, and it's true. And it's like, because it's going to their soul. And, you know, you see the older generation sitting in the chair smiling. And it's like, you know what? We, like you as an artist, you need, you keep up doing what you're doing because you're doing an amazing job.
Thank
But other artists, they need to in tune to you because they need to take lessons. No disrespect to any of them, but it's true.
you.
I mean, this generation, this drill music, soon as it came, you know, you guys could have made a difference by making it go somewhere else. You know, like you have Jadakiss music, you have Busta Rhymes music. You put that type of music on, and everybody's still gonna vibe to it. It doesn't matter
Right.
what kind of song it is,
Mhm.
because you know there's a lot of acknowledgement in their lyrics,
Yeah.
and people don't understand it because they're thinking, you know, of what generation they're from. But
Right.
you,
Right.
like, you always get it going. Like I said, you do have a strong um following, and like I said, the children are watching you, and that's amazing to have them. So you are a big role model in this industry.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm starting to understand that people have been watching me for a long time. You know, you you never know who's watching. You know, you never know the type of people who are into what you're doing. You never know
Mm-hmm.
what eyes are on you. Like I'm people been telling me they've been watching me for a while, and people are, they're like people out here in the industry. Like I would never know. You know what I'm saying? I would never have known it. I'll be on track to track. You always got eyes on you, so you got to watch it.
Yes.
So I'm watching what I do. Every step I take, I'm watching what I do, how I'm setting myself, everything. You know, and I mean, I know a lot of that comes with age. And, you know, as you get older, you get wisdom. Um, but I'm doing it more and more now than ever. The world's crazy right now. The world's so out of order. It's so messed up out here. So I mean, like, I just want to be a positive voice in the time of this tremendous turmoil and chaos going on from every angle, every direction. Whether you talking about the killing, whether you talking about politics, whether you talking about economics, whether you talking about socially, whatever. Everything's out of order. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So yeah, I'm just trying to be a positive voice throughout all that stuff.
Do you ever see yourself becoming a city councilman for your city?
I don't really mess with politicians like that. I don't trust none of them far as I can throw them. I mean, like I know that they're needed um, for certain things to happen in our country, in our world. I know they're needed. I just don't trust them like that. Me personally, I just figure, how many lies have to be told for you to understand that somebody's a liar. I mean, like every president that comes in here has got caught in. I don't know. All I see is lies. You know what I mean? I don't. I just know how to see a liar when I see it. And once you show me that pattern that you're a liar, then that's what you are.
Right.
That's not what you say. I don't care if you're the president. I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? But I mean, as far as politicians, that's all that's coming out their mouths is like, look at 2020 when the virus happened. You know what I mean? They was lying like, I mean, each is not giving
Oh,
too
you're
many
breaking up.
chances when I
Breaking
see you
up.
lying. You got me in my back,
You're freezing up.
my back.
There you are. Yeah, you're back
All
now.
right,
So
all
rewind
right,
what you
yeah,
just said so everyone can hear you because it was frozen.
yeah. I'm just saying, I'm the type of dude. I'm not giving too many chances. Once I see that you got a lying track record, it's over. It
Yes.
don't matter. It just doesn't. It don't matter to me no more what you talk about no more, man. It's it. You know what I mean? But I- it's like people under a trance or something. I don't know when it comes to that part. I don't even like talking about it really because it's like people get worked up over people who don't even care about you. It just don't make no sense to me. But I would never be like a counselor. I would never deal with them people in no type of way. I barely even look at politics. Okay, true.
Oh, okay, okay. because I could see you going that route because of the younger generation that does support you, and I feel
Yeah,
like you can make a difference. That's just my personal opinion. What I observed from knowing you for these, I think this is the fourth year I've known you.
yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, time flew, and it's like, you know, um, you, you know, I tell everyone this, when the virus came, we're all the angels that are left. So I feel like, we're the ones to make the impact for the younger generation. Positive, just like what you said. And that's it. I feel like they rely on us. I'll be 45 in next month. And I feel like, I've never seen this world go so crazy. And, I'm from the generation when you got to leave the doors unlocked, the windows open, everything. And people look at me crazy when I say that, but I'm older than them. So when I say that, they're like, that really happened? I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, I've been around. Like, I grew up on that.
yeah,
And when I was 10, that's when you couldn't do it no more. But the first 10 years, that was a difference. Like, you got to make sure you lock your windows. You can't leave your windows open during the summer. You can't, everything you got to double check. And
lock
this
everything.
generation, they had to grow up having a mask. Everything was on the computer. So their brain is
Yeah,
computerized. And I tell
yeah,
everybody, get rid of all the electronics. The younger generation doesn't need to be on electronics all the time. Kick them knowledge. They need to go back to sports. They go back to music that is not talking about killing or whatever the negative is. They have to go back to spitting knowledge to this younger generation. A lot of people don't understand that when I say that. And I love how you are about that with your music. And, I listen to every lyric and I'll just sit there
yeah,
and I'll rewind again just to listen. And if a song kicks off negative, I'll be fast and forward. I'll fast forward that song. Some songs I do listen to because I could relate what I've been through, but I
yeah.
try not to, because that brings, the bad memories back.
Mhm.
That's why I try not to listen to that type of music. And it's
Yeah, I
true.
feel you.
Bad music or violence, it does get it up and roaring. Like, when they have the waves, what is it? Not the waves, like um, techno music. When they do
Right.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Hmm.
When they do that type of music, people jumping around with the glow sticks, they're up, and it's
The
like,
rays,
yeah,
rays.
yes, and people don't understand that because the younger generation didn't grow up on that. So when they listen to techno, they're like, "What the hell's Stevie B?" Or they don't understand like the younger where the music started, like and went to different art genres, and
Hmm.
when you tell them about the music, I want to see when I go to the studio and people are recording, I tell them, I said, listen, they're like, oh, I just stay for my studio session. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But if it's talking about killing, 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 I am not going to waste my time listening to that type of music. I'm going to get up and say, have a good session. I'll see you again,
Yeah, I
and
feel the
people
same
get
way.
mad that I do that. But who wants to listen to that all the time? Like,
It's destroying us. It's destroying the mentals of the children. That's all it's doing. You know what I mean? Like real rap. These specific genres of music have brought killing like never before to the areas that they dwell in. So look at Philadelphia. Look at the Bronx. Like
yeah,
that that music has brought so much death. So Chicago, I think it's from 2011, 2011 until now. Chicago has lost more kids than the Vietnam War.
yes, I was hearing something about that. That is, I heard that.
More
That's crazy.
kids in the Vietnam War. 5 and 10,000 people died, but they've lost more kids in that war going on out there than Vietnam. And if you look around
Insane.
all those, it is. It is. If you look around all them areas, it's just drill music. It's just who just wanna be little gangsters running around killing each other like it ain't even nothing. And playing a sport, it's a sport for them. Like it's a real sport. Like basketball,
Yeah.
football, it's a sport. Like they keep points of how many kills. I mean, it's just insane out there. And it's the same thing in the Bronx, Philadelphia, the murder rate, is, and that's what the drill music is dwelling at. You know, and that's where these kids are bringing the music to. Whatever area that drill music goes to, it creates death.
Yes.
I've been watching it for over 10 years. I've been watching the move of it for 10 years now, and that's what I see. I see everywhere, every place that it touches, all types of things. Kids die. Kids, 10 years old, 10-year-old kids have a shootout. I mean, like when I was 10 years old, I was playing hide and go seek.
Yes. It's
You know what I mean?
true.
I wasn't thinking about it's going crazy out here. But that's why people out here, the music. I mean, you got to get away. I feel like you
You're breaking up
just doing it.
again. Sorry.
I faded out.
There you are.
It's the music of the kids.
What were you saying again? I apologize. It was going in
I
and out
faded
when
out.
you were.
You know,
Yes.
my bad.
It's like going in and out. So I'm like, you're there a
All
second
right.
and then it's gone.
Am I still there?
Yes, you're there.
All right. Now, I was saying the music is destroying the mentality of the kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And a lot of people play it. They play it short. They don't really know how serious and how important it is for your kids to be taking in what's, you know, it's just serious out here right now with the music. And we see it, and we see it. We see it. Some people just don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Some
Right.
people just don't want to see that part of it. They don't. They want anything else. I do what I do. You know, that's the only reason why I'm still doing what I'm doing. Like I don't have no more love for hip hop. I think hip hop is dead. I think it's gone. I think hip hop is long time dead. You know what I mean? I just do it because I just know that my presence is needed, and until I see that things are starting to change, I'll rap until I'm 60. I don't care what people be talking. I don't care. Like people have always tried to tell me to stop rapping. Oh, you think you're getting a little old? Think you're getting a little old? It's funny. Like it's funny. Like a rock star could sing till he's 90 years old, right? And nobody gonna say nothing about that. Bon Jovi is still touring. He like what? They 90? Why did they say nothing about them? Why did he say about the country singing at 80 years old? Why is this hip hop?
Right.
Why hip hop stop this? What's up, man? Why hip hop stop this?
Mhm.
You know what I'm
You're
saying? The
frozen
stereotype is
again.
crazy to me. Back, am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Yeah,
You're
that's
frozen.
that stereotype that rock can sing to 90.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
That's true.
saying? And country singers can sing until 90, 100. But hip hop artists can only go to what, 20, 25, 30. And then you old.
Yes.
Stereotype is killing me. But I don't care about what people talk about. I'll rap until I feel like stopping. Till I feel like I'm
Definitely.
gonna keep going.
Oh, we lost you again. We're having technical difficulties. I apologize. There we go. We got him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna rap until I feel like stopping. I don't be
Definitely.
caring what people talk about. I don't be having no care what people talk about. So many people is gone these days off of whatever drugs they on or whatever they doing to their bodies, man. I don't be listening no more. I'm doing whatever
Yeah.
I feel like doing.
Who did you grow up listening to when you were a kid?
Um, a lot of people, Teddy Pendergrass, uh, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna. I wasn't really, I never really listened to a lot of hip hop. I mean, the hip hop artists that I did listen to was Nas, Jay Z, Jada, of course. Us. I never was really into hip hop. I always listened to stuff opposite of hip hop since I was a kid. I guess that's why my music is so musical. I don't know if you can tell. A
I
lot
was
of it
just
is
gonna say,
musical.
and
A
those are
lot of my
artists
music is
that kicked on in their music. So um, R.I.P. Michael Jackson and Prince. You know, their music was awesome and it was like pop. Um, so you know, a lot of I grew up listening to both of those artists. And it's crazy because you know, no one, you know, there's always an artist that comes out that someone that has passed or someone that's still in the industry but not as much in the industry and they sound like them. I haven't heard anybody that has come out that
right.
sounds like Michael Jackson or Prince. And that's crazy to me because you would think those were great legends, both of
Right.
them. Why hasn't an artist come out? You know why? Because they're talking about killing all the time in the music. Sorry about my voice. I lost it the other day, so it's going in and out. I apologize. I've been trying to
You know,
get
you
it
good.
back, but it's been crackling. But you know, no
You
one
know,
has sound like Prince or Michael Jackson in this industry. They tried to do the dance moves as Michael Jackson, but no one
yeah,
has really come out sounding like them. And I sit there and I'm like, why hasn't a gentleman come out sounding like, you know, you study the artist. Sometimes that's what you do in the industry. Sometimes you don't. You just come out and you get in the booth and you sound who you are.
right.
But there's a lot of artists that can copy another artist. And I'm shocked. I've crossed the world. I have not come across anyone that sounds like Michael Jackson or Prince. And I'm shocked on that because they're two legends in my eyes.
I mean, they two guys that I don't think you'll ever find anybody like them to. You know,
Right.
so much ahead of their time. They still ahead of their time with their music. You know, two such phenomenal artists. Like it's, I don't think we'll ever see any. I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again. You know,
Right.
a lot of people come close to it, but nobody ever came. Not Michael. You know, Michael was just Michael.
You're right. Right.
Prince was just Prince. Like they just too. I don't think we're ever gonna see anybody like that again.
Definitely. Definitely. Do you have any shows coming up, Christawn?
Um, right now, no. I haven't really been. I've really been trying to work this internet. You know, trying to get like it's so many podcasts. It's the thing with and another thing I would tell the young artists of today is do your best to work the internet as best as you can. There's so many podcasts. There's so many people who have created their own shows that have 10,000 followers, 20,000, 30,000. I mean, like you could fly through this internet like crazy if you get gain the right connections with people and get on these podcasts. I'm telling you, podcasting is probably the number one way for an artist to get out there. I've been on so many podcasts that like Instagram. They just gave me my blue check on Instagram. Uh,
Nice.
um, yeah,
Salute.
they just gave it to me. You know what I mean? But I've been over 100,000 followers on that for like the past maybe 2 years now. But
That's
I
amazing.
woke up one day, I had my blue check on there. I was like, all right, it's all right. I see y'all. About time. Give brothers props, man. Like, yo, you see, I'm grinding out here, man. What I got to do? So I got that, and like I said, work the podcast. Any new artist, work the podcast. Any. I don't care if the podcast got 500 people. You don't know who those 500 people are. You know them.
Facts.
Them people could be like I ran into. I started getting the thing with Capitol Records off because some guy just hit me up and said he'd been following me, like what I do, and he said let's work. I don't know where he came from. I don't know. I was on something he seen. So just
Right.
do your best to get on whatever you can. It don't matter how many people it got. You know what I'm saying? Like people people are watching. You be surprised at people who watch small shows. You be
Yes.
surprised. I'm telling you, man. The internet is so broad. It's it's people watch everything. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's you could fly through by who so many people just by being on a podcast.
Right.
Just
That's true.
this interview right here. We don't know what this could go. Who knows?
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm
On the
saying? It's
Iccy Show, live
I
and full effect.
Icy Show be flying. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Icy Show be on point. Like you just gotta really work the internet. So I mean, as far as shows, I do want to get back out there doing shows, but I'm not really concentrating on that. Back in the day when the internet wasn't popping the way it is, you had to go out there on tours. You had to go out there and do all types of shows. Now you can get on a podcast, be in front of 10,000 on a
Right.
podcast. I mean, like it's the same thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like it's nice to interact with the people when you go out to do shows. That I like that part. But I mean, it's the same thing. I've been on. I was on a podcast with Doggy Diamonds. 250,000 people was watching. I was on a
That's
yeah on a pod. I was doing 3 podcasts with over 200,000 people on it.
that's amazing. Salute, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm flying through this internet like crazy. I don't know where I'm at. I'm all over the place. But that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to really do now. Just make sure my presence on the internet get felt um, wherever, wherever I can get. Like I'm gonna start working with Capital next month. So we're gonna start making this thing really pop. People gonna start seeing me in a lot of places.
All right. All
I,
right.
yeah, I would say definitely work this internet. You're doing the right thing, Queen. Work the internet. This internet have you everywhere. Front of
I'm
who
trying, King. I'm
you doing
trying.
it though. You doing it. You doing it. Just keep on grinding. That grind, that make sure that grind stay on point. Don't let nobody say like can't nobody tell me nothing no more. Yeah? Don't let nobody tell me nothing. I do what I want to do when I feel like doing it and how I want to do it, and that's it. There ain't no I don't want to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've
Definitely.
done the I
Definitely.
feel
I
like
appreciate
gotta
it.
get it done. You know what I'm saying? Doing this for too
Definitely.
long, man. I don't need no opinions. I don't need no direction. God, come on, man.
Definitely.
You gotta know
I
you gotta know where you going. You gotta know where you trying. Your mindset gotta be blocked to all negative. Man. Anything negative, you gotta block it out.
Yep.
Whoever come in with some nonsense, you gotta block them out.
Yes.
You gotta
100%.
be you gotta be still metal strong out here, man, mindset wise. People are
Yep.
trying to crush you out here,
They
man.
call
Just cause this internet ruthless.
facts.
I know you see it. I know you see it. You know what I mean? You look on the comment section of some people's stuff, see how ruthless these people be getting with people, how disrespectful people are. You really see the
Oh yeah.
disrespect. You know what I mean?
It's
You gotta make you know what I'm saying?
it's true. You gotta have a thick skin for this entertainment. And
Got
be
to.
able to take it and just block it like you
Got,
say. It's true. You don't need to react on
got to.
any negative. Like a lot of people need to stop that. Especially if you want this industry to keep on going, artists need to stop that. What
Yeah.
if they say, all right, we're canceling all shows? What are artists gonna do then? They could do that, and it's like they have to stay focused. And I love going to a show when you're around different, I'll say sets to keep it, PG, but different sets, and you're in the middle, but you feel it, the heat around you, but you just stay focused, because if you stay positive, you're the positive energy that can push that negative away. People
Right.
don't understand that. I always say that positive is more powerful than negative, because
Yeah.
negative is the coward way out, by killing somebody. That's the coward way, instead of doing the right way. And I tell people that, and they look at me crazy. I'm like, it is true. Killing is a coward way, instead of what happened to putting your fists up, a regular fist fight, instead of doing that. And I tell artists that, because people drink at studios and things like that. I don't want to be around that, because if I wanted to be around that, I would be around that hostile stuff.
Right.
But I don't, because I know what could take place. I've been in the industry since 2007, and I haven't gone. I've just been doing different avenues, I would say. And it's like I've seen everything. I've had clubs that I had to host 7 days a week. I've been to shows, putting shows on. I got a show May 6th, and I'm hosting for R&B final. It's like finalists. So it's like, you just gotta keep on focus, like, in this industry. And Christawn, I salute you 1000%, because you're one of the very rare that I know that doesn't cuss in their music. So salute to you on that, because that's hard to do. And like I said, you're doing the right thing, and just stay focused on you too, because I know the energy could be around you, being the older man, you know, um, just stay focused, because the young ones, they need you, definitely need you. And I look forward to doing your interview in person one day. I hope the summer,
That'd be nice.
definitely, instead of over the internet, because like I love what you're doing for the community, and you do a lot. And keep it up. Where is the best performance you ever performed at?
Uh, Philadelphia. It
Philly.
was like, yeah, it was like 20,000 people out there. But it was like when I first started rapping. I think that nothing will ever top that show. That everybody was out there, like, Beanie Siegel when he was younger, he was out there. Um, it was just so many people. I never seen so many people in my life. Like the whole street, it was in the middle of a street, and you just seen people all the way down. You could like it was just so many people. And when I got my knees was like buckling before I got on stage, right? It was like when I first started, and I was just so scared. I never forget, but when I got on, when that music came on, I just got right into it, and it turned out being all right. But yeah, that was probably the best show I ever had that I
So do you
remember.
do you feel like doing it on the out in the street is better than doing it actual at a, say, at a club or at a stadium?
But they both cool. It's nice. I mean, when it's nice outside, like when it's like summertime, and it's nice. It's good too. It's cool to be outside doing it. That one was outside. It's just a different vibe. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
Like, just a different vibe.
definitely, definitely. Is there any thing happening in the community for the children around where you live for the summer? Any events?
Not not that I know of. Not a lot of this stuff that used to be supplied for the kids has been taken away. You know what I
Yes,
mean? A lot of stuff is not here anymore. A lot of the summer programs that the kids used to be a part of, they're not here anymore. So
right,
uh, I really don't know. I don't know. It's been a couple years now. I mean, it used to be like basketball. We used to do like basketball tournaments for the kids, and they took that away. They just been taking stuff away from them. I mean, like kids really don't have too much to do anymore. That's um, in the community out here.
right. Out here
You
too,
know,
the same way.
same way.
That's why I like to try to, um, that's why I do the cookouts for the kids in the neighborhood. I
See, I
try
be
to,
saying that. That's nice.
yeah, because
That's nice.
parents are working, I understand, and the kids are like hungry, and I don't mind. Like I always taught, my mom always taught me this. If there's one child, you could always feed 10 child. 10 children. That's the way of the portion and everything. And that's a true factor. I used to babysit when I was younger, and I was babysitting. One lady had 9 kids, but she made it, she succeeded on everything she did. And, feeding 9 kids back in the day was hard. Like,
Yeah.
but it's all about portion and everything. And it's crazy to see like how all the generations are now, but that's why I feel good when I do it. And I'm back on it the next nice day. Like I was gonna do it yesterday, but then it ended up being real cold, so I just did it from my family. But I'm gonna be back on it the next sunny day. The kids can count on me. And even if a kid came by yesterday, because they know when my grill's going, go stop at my house. Like, even if it's passing on the bike, like they know to ask me for a water. I'm not gonna be like, no, go home. Like I'm gonna be like, yeah, hold on one second, And that's what we need to do, a lot more community for our children, other people's children. And
Yeah.
think about it. When we were growing up, there was more parents for those children. Nowadays, the parents' household is broken up, and they either don't have a mom or a dad, which is their foundation. So it trickles down, and a lot of people don't understand. These children are growing like water spurts.
I
They
know.
the roots are going like crazy. Like the amount of food they eat is crazy, and they still are thin. But it's how their body is prone to it, as I would say, as like the injections when they get their when they're a baby and all those shots they have to get. No, I feel like it starts there. Like the baby formula. Look at the baby formula. We had a shortage on the baby formula
Right. Yeah.
last year or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's like, that's a stressful to find out what you're gonna feed your baby if you don't have the right resources.
Mhm.
And I salute to you what you're doing with the children. That's why I always tune into you, because I'm like, I know you always get the community watching you, and that's great. And I know you must feel good after everything. You got your blue check now, like that is my go-to. That's what I want. And that's amazing for you to finally get it. You must feel like you're doing something right. You should feel that way.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's definitely an accomplishment that I've been waiting for. I mean, I always thought that I was a renowned artist, or a national artist, since 2010 when I was signed with Universal. I mean, I always thought that I was right with everybody else. That's how I always thought. Not to say that I'm better than people or nothing, but I mean, I know I'm good. I know I'm up there, but it's like,
Yes.
I was sometimes you want to see that. You want to see that you're being recognized for what you've been doing, and it's just a definite accomplishment that has happened for me, and I'm just happy about it. I'm just hopefully Facebook and YouTube wake up, smell the coffee as well. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
I'm not. I
Give
mean,
him a blue check. Give him
it's
a blue check.
yeah, yeah. It's not. I mean, like, I don't really care, but I mean, it's just nice to know that, okay, cool, y'all see what I'm doing. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Like, and for somebody that's been doing it as long as I've been doing it, that's what I'm trying. I want my respect. I just want people to respect what I'm doing. That's all. I mean, I don't. You might like it, you might not. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I'm cool either way. But I mean, I just wanted my respect to let people, for people to know that, yo, this boy been doing it for a long time. Like, he been grinding for a long time. I got this out the mud for real. Like, this came out the mud. I didn't have a whole lot of help doing this thing.
Right.
Back in 2010, my pastor, Bishop David G. Evans, my spiritual father, he signed me to my first national deal. I mean, he was the one who gave me my shot. And then, after that, it hasn't been too many people that has helped push me toward where I've become. It hasn't been too many people that put hands out to help me up. You know what I mean? So, like, I really got this out the mud. I've really been going hard at this for years, and that blue check it meant something to me. It meant, like, yeah, keep on moving, man. Like, it's coming, it's coming.
Yes, RJ's. You know, RJ, he's on you. He's gonna ask you. He's gonna ask me in a month. Mom, did you hear from Christawn?
He
Is
gonna get
it
the first one. He gonna get the first one right when I get. I might even give him his early. I might just send it to him early. You
he
know
would
what I'm
love
saying?
that.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
telling you,
hook
like
him up.
I said, he counts on you, and it's crazy. It's the 4 years I've known you. Like my son really has. He even Googled you. He went and checked out your music, showed me music that I couldn't even find when I went to go do my, background on you. And like he'd be like, "Mom, look at this song," and he'd be playing you, and I'm like,
Yo,
"Damn, he's 12 years
yo,
old."
Queen, for real. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like it's like 1,000 RJs out here. These kids run after me. Like when I'm pulling up from coming wherever I'm coming, they be running behind my car. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids, I've always had a connection to children. Um, like these kids be out here, they just run. I mean, one kid, they be grabbing on me, I mean, hanging on me. You know what I'm saying? Like kids are smart. They know when somebody likes them or when somebody don't like. They
Right.
they have that they have that intuition. They understand. Like if you don't like it, they gonna know. If like, but the way I am with kids, they all come to me because they see that I'm a nice person and I got love for
Right.
them. So they all I attract them all. They all be running like they be chase me everywhere I go. I'll be running behind my car. I'm like, man, let me go. Let me get out of here, man. But it's definitely something that I love. I feel like I was born for this. I'm doing what I was born to be doing, and it's amazing to still have a connection with kids. That even as I get older, I'm still able to connect with them. You know, you know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? Yup,
I would love to see you do a concert just for the children. I would love to see that. I
that'd be
think
dope.
they would love I know they would love it. They would be in tune to it. And I really would like I know you said that about performing, but I think you should do that because I feel like even coming out with the how to say this, an album just for the children,
Right.
strictly just for them. If it's 10 songs, just put straight your music, because you're the one that can touch them. Because the other artists aren't there yet. They need a lot of training on it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you're already in tune to the children. That's why I say to do a concert for them. And you know, even an album dedicated to the children. I feel like you could hit a lot of teenagers that you've been through hell and hell water, but here you are now, and you're not giving up, and you haven't given up,
Hmm.
so they can see that. Okay, I'm gonna be okay. I just gotta stay focused on this.
Right.
Encouragement. That's what these children need. And
Yeah.
that's why my son was talking to you to his friends, and they didn't even hear of you, and then my son starts playing your music to them.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm saying what I experienced with my own son. I know there's other children that all around you that would really appreciate that too. And if you ever do something like that, like I would provide snacks for them, things like that. The Iccy Showw would definitely do that.
That'd be dope. That definitely that's something I'm gonna try to do. I mean, I got enough music. I mean, I got so much music that's done that I haven't released yet that I can do. I can definitely do something like that to where
Definitely.
it's just just to them. Yeah, definitely can.
Yeah,
Got
definitely. So if you start doing that, let me know. Like I said, I'll provide like drinks and snacks for them and do like a kid like concert or something. I
yeah.
definitely would.
Where do you throw them shows at that you do?
Well, my girl, she was the I was just the host. She was that was in New Hampshire at a club. Yeah, there's another one in Revere in Boston. Um that's where those are the two places I've been going back and forth. But I used to go to New York a lot. They used to have shows, but I haven't been out there for a while. But if you're
Is it a
interested,
place? Is it a place that you can get like space or outside or inside that you can get space like that we could throw something?
there's a place I know. I would have to look into it to see what the requirements are. I'll get back to you on that. But there
Yeah,
is a place I
do
know.
that. Yeah, do that. That'd be dope.
I will. Yeah, because I think that would be I really feel like your music is, you know, adults need to focus on your music also
I
as
be
the
trying.
children. But I feel like, you know, you really, the summer, I feel like you should take advantage of tuning into the children because that's what they need. And honestly, I feel like you can make a change out of 1 out of 10 kids. We'll just use one as example. But at least 5% of those children, you're going to kick acknowledgement to them. And your music is going to, you know, it doesn't cuss. So when they listen to it, they're going to like, okay, let me listen a little bit more. They're going to follow you. And, you know, you're going to be a role model to a lot of kids, like a big mentor.
Right.
And I think
True.
that's what we really like. I've known you 4 years, and I really feel like this year, these kids really need it. And, you know, you didn't hear me really like forcing it to you, the acknowledgement, but I really like, they need structure. And this summer hasn't even started, and these kids are already going crazy,
Yeah.
really crazy. And they're getting younger and younger, like you say, 10 years old. I mean, 10 years old, come on. About, they shouldn't be killing. You know, they should be focusing on school and getting a job soon in the couple of
Yeah.
years when
Oh,
they can.
yeah. Definitely need to be that on that school focus. You know what I mean? It's sad to see kids go out there that early. You know, they
Yes.
just just getting wiped out so quickly. You know what I mean? But it's up it's up to people like me to really put out. It's just the energy. You know, just energy is just the energy is bad out here. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
a lot of people don't listen to me when I say the music. A lot of people don't. Some people don't even believe when I say that. They don't think the music has any part to play in it at all. I mean, I was on a podcast one day, and it was a lady on there that said, "I don't think it has anything to do with the music." And she went on to some other things that she was talking about what it could be. But some people really think like that. Some people really don't believe that the music is that powerful where
Yep.
it can change the demeanor of someone to make them kill or to
Right.
make them murder. Like we know what music does. Like I said before, music, any guy that had a date or anything, you know, if you put on some slow jams with your woman, it's going, you know what I mean? It's going to ease her up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's going to create the mood. It's the same thing for this drill music. It's going to create the mood of death when they listen to it, and it's going to
Yes.
make them want to kill. They're gonna want to do. They're gonna want to murder somebody when they listen to that music. It's
Yep.
happening all over the place. So I mean, like I try to help people understand that, but some people don't get it. Some people allow their kids to listen to all types of that stuff, but it is what it is. You can't get everybody. You know what I mean? I learned that a long time ago. You know, I used to get upset when it didn't seem like people was listening or people was getting it, but you watching all these kids dying and you know what it is and people not and when somebody ain't listening it's just like but you can't get everybody. You can't everybody's
Yeah.
not gonna get it.
And that's sad. It really is sad because, you know, if you're from, like I said, I'm almost 45. So from 45 and under, I'll say from 30s to 45, we are the era to change the music. We are the ones to make that positive change. Go back to 80s making love music. That's what I always say. I'd rather go to that than killing. Taking someone's son or daughter or granddaughter or a grandson or, you know, father, husband
Right.
or mother, grandmother, whatever the case may be is, I think it's just disgrace. And,
It
you know,
is.
people really need to change and be proud to change. Like, be all right. These kids need to stay off these streets. Everything's taken away from them. Throw local cookouts if you could do that for your community, or help the community with, you know, the kids in the summertime. They really need it. And
Yeah.
acknowledgement in the music is from the soul. So of course, if you're talking about killing and robbing and this and that, these kids are gonna be like, they're gonna zone into it because
Yep.
they're at that drill era. And you know, they're gonna think it's okay. Like I had to tell my son, anything that you hear in the music is not true. You know,
Right.
like if they tell you to kill yourself, don't do that. You know, there is people that are suffering mentally challenges right now. And I tell everyone, it's okay to get help. If if you're hearing voices and stuff, get help. It's okay. Check into the closest emergency room. Don't think anything about it. Just do it. It's better to get checked out than suffer the long way.
Yeah.
People that are raped, I tell them the same thing. Get checked for STDs, get checked, all that stuff. If it happened to you, that's something that you need to do as a woman, or even a guy gets raped. You still got to check for STDs, and it's like, you're not any, how do you say this? You're not a snitch by doing it. Like a lot of people say, oh, they're snitches if they go to the hospital. No, that's the proper way. They were violated, first of all. Second of all, no one should be doing that shit. And third of all, of course, they should get checked out 100%, especially with all these diseases happening. I mean, like, there's so much. When we were growing up, we were only about hepatitis and AIDS. Am I right?
Yeah, that's the only thing I knew when I was growing up.
And it's sad. And it's like there's like
That was like,
20 different diseases now.
yeah, it's diseases that they don't even know what it is. You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy out here for the kids right now. It's
Right,
nothing
right. And even
nothing
going to
like
the
how we were.
public toilet, you can catch diseases, like if you,
Yeah,
that's why I tell people, and like those bathrooms, put tons of toilet paper. Like I tell the kids when you go to school, you think that's clean? No, put toilet paper. I tell everybody's kid, and it's like people don't understand. We are our learner and our teacher. So since we got the acknowledgement of being a learner and teacher, we got to pass that acknowledgement to these younger generation and be their teacher so they don't learn and get in a bad situation from learning on thinking that that's the right way when it was wrong. And I feel like that's why I stress, like, we need to make the change for the children. And you're doing the right thing. You're always about the children. And your music, you don't cuss, and I salute you 1000%. And I try not to cuss on your interviews 100%, but sometimes I slip. But I apologize. But
it's all good. It's all good.
like I want you to know, like, you're a powerful person, and we need more people like you. If it's an R&B singer, a rapper, you name it, hip hop. We need more artists like you. Like, that's why I like the Wu-Tang, because they're always for the children, and they kick
Hmm.
knowledge. And it's like people don't understand when I say the kids are the future. So, kick acknowledgement by your music so they can go and purchase it. If you're talking about killing and all that, what parent is going to want them to listen to it if they're under 18 or 16, we'll say?
Yeah,
I'll just use that example. Nobody.
nobody at all. You know what I mean? Nobody.
You go to a wedding, they're not going to play that. They're only going to play R&B, pop. And, that's where with your music, you don't cuss. So they can play your music. And people don't understand that they can do the same thing. And I love your music. Like I said, I'm a big fan. My son's a big fan. So you got two people. And my son, honestly, out of all the artists that I interviewed, you're the first one that he consistently follows. Googles you all the time.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what keeps me still doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's not the love no more. Like I don't love hip hop anymore. Like I don't it's not like it's not like it was when I was younger. It's not like that anymore. I just want to be in a position where I can be a positive influence for kids that's coming up in it now. You know, it's tough for them out here. I know that. And I just want to be somebody that when they hear my stuff, it just makes them feel different. You know what
mm,
I mean? Like, cause I hear how to when I listen to drill, when I listen to trap, I know how it makes me feel, and it's not a good feeling. You know,
right,
I feel like I could barely listen to that music. I don't know even know how people really do it. It's it's just it's way too graphic. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like it's way too graphic to be and what really kills me is that the people that are pushing this music are the higher ups at these labels. they're the ones that's really pushing and signing these artists to keep this thing going. You know, giving them these big budgets and giving them all this money. So, you know, as these artists keep saying that the labels are giving this money to them, they're gonna keep it going. These kids
Right.
they're gonna keep doing that music if they know that money's there for them. So it's 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 a tough battle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm you know, when you're going against the powers that be, it's never gonna be easy. But you know, I'm just trying to do it in the best way I know how, and that's just to keep it pushing, just to keep
Right.
moving, and
That's important.
get as many people behind me as I can. And
Right.
hopefully after, you know, when I start to really fly through the internet next month, hopefully it'll just get better. But I think I'm done doing stuff with artists, like artists that are out. I think I'm done doing that. I think that's played its part. It's played its purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like like I said, I gotta watch. I have to watch what I do. I mean, like I have to really watch. So like, you know, the song I did with Benny was cool, but it was like I was on thin ice on that song. You know what I mean? But I
It
wanted
came out fire.
to. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of people. I got a couple of interviews set up off that one song so far. But yeah, Benny like it too. Like it's just, I just think that the caliber artist that I am and who I represent, which is God, you know, first. I always have to watch what I do. Like I said, like with the song with Benny, like I was on thin ice. I was on thin ice on that one, but it came out good and got me to where I got to get to next. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it pushed me to where I got it did it played its purpose. But I'm going to be watching more of how I create my music with other people. You know I'm
Definitely.
saying? Just watching more because I just gotta I just have to be more aware of the eyes that are on me at this time.
Right.
Like sometimes I forget. Like sometimes I forget how big of an artist like I don't even think I'm a big artist, but every time I look, I'm seeing myself somewhere now. Like, "Man, how I get over here?" And they like other people like it's just you know what I mean? Like sometimes when you in it, you don't even really know you there.
Right. It's
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think of myself as no major artist. I mean I don't even I don't think I'm anywhere near a major artist, but I'm a big artist. I'm bigger than I think I you know what I mean? Like I'm pretty big. So I gotta
no, you're
really I gotta yeah, it's some stuff was surprising me. Some stuff was surprising me. And just about even the people who know my name, like people who've been like I don't know, it's just crazy. But I gotta be more watchful of things. I don't want because the devil is so tricky. He will have you listen. The devil will come in so sneaky and so shrewd and so you out there doing things that you don't want to be doing.
right.
Just like that. Just like that. Like, it'll be so fast. So I'm always watchful. I'm always watchful of
Not all
things
good
that I
money.
have to
All
do.
money is good money.
Right, exactly. You gotta listen. It's not all good. Everything's not all good.
Right.
So I'm really learning that. Like I don't. It's some things that I don't want to be a part of, even if it sounds good. I just know it's not good.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really watchful over that type, just everything because I just know how dangerous this world could be.
Right.
I don't
Right.
play it short. I don't play with this world like that. I just don't do that. I mean, I know what it is. I know what life is. I don't let the facade of Instagram and Facebook and all these people broadening, faking like their lives are so perfect. I don't let that hit me. I get the calls from people who's like, "Yo, man, I need some money," or "Yo, man, can you help me?" Like I get them calls all the time, and then I look on here and then everybody's perfect, man. It's just I don't get caught up in this facade of fake perfection that people portray on here. I don't, and I know what it is, bro. I know what it is out here.
Right.
Like people, I get the calls.
Yes.
I get the calls. So
Yep.
like I'm just, yeah, I get it. So like, I mean, I don't get caught up with it and all this. I want to, I want to keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This internet is fairy tale land. You can get on here and be what you want to be. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
everybody can be what they want to be. It's up to you to, if you want to keep it real or you want to be a fake. And it's a sad thing, but most people choose to be fake and phony.
Yes.
It's,
It's so true.
it's real like that. Who portray themselves to be like something so great on the internet, and when you meet them, their lives is all way out of order. I mean, like
Fact.
complete chaos. Telling you, like it's real
Fact.
like that. So I mean, like, just gotta be watchful out here. Really gotta be watchful. Gotta be watchful.
That's so true, 100%. Especially being a female in this industry, like what you're saying is so true. And you know, any females that are in the industry, you got to be 10 toes ahead instead of 10 toes behind. And I always say that. And you know, I know a female, like, you know, she thinks to sleep with everybody, and I'm like, yo, it's not. That's not what you have to do. Like, first of all, you gotta respect yourself, like 100%. You know, and they gotta respect you. And a lot of people, you know, I always say, stay true, blue baby, I love you, because it's like when I was growing up, my grandma always said that to me, and I always stayed true. Like, you gotta stay true. If you don't stay, you living in a fake world. If you turn around and lying to get to this one, to get this feature, or whatever the case may be, sleeping around, like that's not for me. Like, I'm really about my craft, really about what I do, and I move the way I move because you can't trust people. And there's only 10% of the world that stays true. A lot of them are like liars, and I don't like liars. And I tell my son, I always tell all my kids, don't be a liar. Whatever you do, do not be a liar.
Yeah.
In life, I always told them from younger to where they're at now. And, you know, they always tell Mom, I appreciate you, you know, saying that to me when I was younger. Because, you know, when they're kids, they get lied to from their own friends.
Right.
And they have to know, if that friend is lying to you, that's not a friend. Your friend shouldn't have to lie to you to be a friend. You know,
So
and
many
that,
people. It's a lot of people lying. A lot of lies. You know, you just gotta think. Lying is so easy to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't take any effort at all to lie. You know, a lot of people just think that's the easiest thing for them to do is just lie about everything. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's sad that the world has become what it's become. You
yes,
know what I mean? But like I always my, tell myself, like trust is not in my vocabulary now. You know what I'm saying? Like I trust God, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like I've seen too much. I've witnessed. I've been through too much to allow my trust, you know, to be taken for granted the way I see people's trust be taken for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like I see too much, and I'm a person that ponders and like I don't let things get past my mind. Like once I see it, I leave it. I don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't just whatever. I'm just gonna live my life and I'm gonna go this way. And if they over there, I'm gonna go over here. And if they back there, I'm gonna go up. Nah, I'm, I'm gonna take it for what it is, and I'm gonna make sure that I know what it is out here. You know what I'm
right,
saying? It's the world is just not what it's cracked up to be. People some people just don't think it's like that serious out here. Like so many people playing games out here with their lives. You know what I mean? It's just I come to the point in my life where I don't play around no more. Like the games are done. Like I'm on point with everything. I'm on point. Like I'm no drinks, no drugs, no nothing. Like I've been like that for a while. I'm just I'm like serious. You know what I mean?
Definitely. That's amazing. Like how you don't drink, you don't do nothing. And I salute to you. I know you probably had peer pressure in this industry, at one point in time, but you know, you stayed solid and that's really good that you did. And I salute to you 1000%. And definitely stay focused. Don't let nobody distract you because that's the devil just trying to distract you. You know, I always tell people, I said, we're all God's children. We can either go left the wrong way or go right the right way. And
Right.
we are up, so we are our own street. So you can either go right the right way or left the wrong way, which is the devil. And I don't, you know, I'm God's child. I'm gonna go wherever God tells me to go. You know, that's the route I'm on. And, you know, that's why I do the Bible studies to make a difference for these children and everyone that's watching now. You know, you can make a difference in a child's life by if they're in line in front of you and you see they have a drink or a candy or a snack or something, buy that for them. Make that difference. Let them put that money back in their pocket for something that they really want. Because nowadays they don't have anything for these children to do, like we were just talking about. So, you know, letting that couple dollars go back in that child's pocket is major nowadays. You know, $5 to a kid, you know, the kids that are really struggling. And like I said, I've been through hell and hell water, so I can relate to that. That $5 can mean a lot to a child nowadays, especially with nothing to do. And they don't even have movie theaters. They closed a lot of the movie theaters. They closed a lot around where I know where they were. And it's like, what else are you going to take away? They took away the laser tag. They took away the arcades. They took away the bowling. You know, these kids really don't have anything to do. So anyone that's watching right now, make a difference in the child's life by, if they're in line at the store, pay for them. You know, tell them to do right in life. Give them a little speech, kick acknowledgement to them. You know, that's all these kids need is guidance and focus in the right path, not the wrong path, the wrong side. And I salute to you. We need a lot more people like you. And God bless you many years, healthy years, because we need you 100%. That's really important.
That's it definitely is. I think God, you know, He's allowed me to be around for this long. You know what I mean? Like everywhere we look, we see people dying, younger and younger. You know,
Yes.
I'm grateful. I'm thankful for every day that I'm able to have here, and always ready to go. Like I ain't begging for my life here, but I'm just thankful that I'm able to see things come together the way they're coming together for me. You know, it's it's been a blessed run in music. You know, I'm just thankful for that opportunity that God gave me to touch the lives of these children the way it's been happening.
Yes. Amen to that. Definitely 100%. Um, and you know what's crazy too? Did you ever think about doing your own Bible studies for the children or um, you know, something with the Bible with them?
Yeah. I mean, I used to do a lot of Bible teaching, a couple years ago. Um, I kind of stopped a little bit, but I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna get back into it, but it won't be for a little while until I get the music all out the way, and then I'm gonna bring it back, start doing some whatever God tells me to say. That's what I say. You know, I'm not a person that sugarcoats anything when I when I give the word. I give it the way it is. I don't, it's the problem I have with the church nowadays is it's too sugarcoated.
Right.
And people duck and dodge scriptures because they don't want to offend people. And that's what's making the gospel so fake right now. That's what's making the gospel something people don't even want to be a part of. Because a lot of teachers aren't teaching it the right way. And I'm talking about all the way from the commercial ones that you see on TV all the way down to the bottom. There's a lot of them that just are not teaching directly from that word. You
Right.
know, and it's a shame. It's sad. You know what I mean? But I just make sure that if I do a teaching, I'm gonna come from the word. If it offends you, good. The word offended me. Got my life together. You know what I'm saying? Me being offended and being rebuked by the word of God helped me get my life in order. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us forget that part, that we can't be um, scared to offend people when giving the word. I'd rather see you getting them pearly gates than be your friend. I don't need to be your friend. I'm gonna
Right.
give you what's I'm gonna tell you what's real. And if you want to be my friend from now on out, cool. If you don't, then so be it. But I'm gonna tell you what I believe you need to know to get where you trying to get. And everybody trying to get to heaven, as far as I know. You know what I'm saying? So if I know the way of how you're gonna get to heaven, but I know that if I tell you something, it might destroy our relationship, then I'm gonna destroy our relationship.
Yes.
You know, I'm not sugarcoating anything for nobody. I'd rather see you make it in than be your friend.
Yes, that's true.
And
I'm the same.
that's why I think a lot of the teaching is, uh, you know, churches need some work right now. We need to get back in order. You know what I mean? We need to get back to the basics of the Bible. Stop,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Stop sugarcoating so much, man, because it's not helping nobody. You know? It's not helping
Yes.
nobody. But you know, just just what I see going on.
Definitely, definitely. That's important. I appreciate that, we do need that. And they keep on, changing the Bible. There's different Bibles out there, and stick to the
Yeah, you see
original.
that, right? You see that, right? They're changing the Bible.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm
Wow,
like,
out here,
it's crazy.
yeah.
It,
Wow, out here.
it's
Uh,
insane, Christawn. It really is.
insane. It's insane. It's very much insane. But you know,
My
that's
grandmother was
that's what we got.
95, and she used to have me going to give the communion around at the nursing homes when I was young. But she kept me busy. My mom had to
Yeah.
work all the time. So summertime, I was sent to my grandparents' house. My grandmother every day goes to the nursing home, goes to church. So I was a church girl, like all the time. And when I was in my teenage years, you get a little antsy. You don't want to do it. You want to go hang out with your friends when the time you're supposed to be going to church. But I'm thankful. I'm very thankful that my grandmother made me go every day. And I tell my son, I said, if your great grandmother was here right now, you would be going to church every single day. And if she was still doing the communion, you would be going to do that with her. And, he looks at me like I'm crazy, but that's what I grew up on. And these kids don't even know about that. And it's sad because you sit there and you're like, dang, my whole life, you learned about the Bible, you went to church, or you learned something about God. These kids, they're not getting past that acknowledgement, and you got
Right.
to blame the parents. And I understand church has been through some crisis situations. I understand that. But kick the acknowledgement what you were taught when you were a kid to pass it to your children or grandchildren, whatever the case may be, because they need to learn about God. The world's going crazy, like you said, Christawn. Everything's upside down. We got to bring it back to a whole thing. And it was more love, more peace in this world. And anyone that's passing a gun to a child, you're the one that put it in their hands, or you're the one that gave it to them. So people need to stop that and take accountable and pass them the acknowledgement, positive acknowledgement, not that negative. No money, not all money is good money. Like I keep on saying that. I understand kids are struggling, parents are struggling. So the kids think they need to get that fast cash real quick to kill somebody. No, it's not how it goes. And it's like we gotta like press that into them. You know, I'd rather you give them $100 worth of candy than friggin' pass them a gun.
Yeah.
100%. And it's like people don't understand that. Like, and I stress over that because all the kids they'll call me the godmother when I'm out here in the streets. They'll be like, "Oh, the godmother's coming through." Like, they'll come running up to me like what you were saying. They come chasing your car and stuff. But you know why? Because we're always seeking acknowledgement. So they look up to us
Yeah.
like a mentor. They look up to that that void in their heart, what they don't have, you know, they're looking at you and I, what we are kicking to them. They
Yeah,
love that because
they see it's real. They see it's real with it.
exactly. And I salute you. Like, it's hard to do. You're a male, I'm a female, and we're both in this industry. And I know there's some temptations there because I've been through some temptations, but we're the ones to say no. And, you know, that's what it comes down. And, you know, I'm thankful. I got RJ back. He wants to come back in here. But, you know, I got a lot of acknowledgement
Yeah,
of
yeah.
to pass to these children, and it feels good. You know, when you're in line and you see a kid in front of you, like I said, what is $2 coming out of your pocket instead of seeing that kid struggle during the summertime to get drinks or food during the summer when the parents are working?
Right.
And, you know, you can't hate on the parent because they're trying their hardest to provide. And I understand. I do it. I work 2 jobs. I work 3 jobs, and it's friggin' hard. It's really hard. And, you know, I can't imagine what these kids are thinking when they don't have new sneakers or if they don't have food, you know. And that's why I say we got to make the difference. And you know, I'm thankful I met you, Christawn. I'm very thankful. God is good. They put the real people together, and I'm thankful I met you. And I'm thankful what you're doing for your community and the children. God bless you many years.
Yeah, definitely. And you too. And I see how RJ sits. He sit right next to the mom, man. I know he be watching over you. I know he seems like a protector. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
you
yes.
know, definitely like a protecting young man. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
Yeah, that's good. I like to see mother son relationships like that. You know, that are strong and tight, close knit. You know, that's that's dope right there.
I appreciate that. Because, you know, like, sometimes I'm too honest to him. But, you know, like, they don't even have, look at this, Christian. They don't even teach sex ed in the schools anymore. They don't have, you know, sex education. And when I had to teach him, and for a female to teach a man, it's hard. It's different. You know what I mean? And I'm like, when I heard that they don't teach sex education at school, I'm like, you're in middle school. I had to go through it, middle school. Why would they get rid of something that is education to these children, what they need to know of acknowledgement of real facts? Instead, you know, they're teaching about drugs. But drugs and sex is similar, which they need to know both.
Hmm.
This kid's smoking marijuana, breaking the pills in the weed. That
Oh
shouldn't
yeah,
be happening.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the generation out here where I am.
yeah.
That's sad.
That,
I wouldn't even think of that when I'm smoking at 15 to do that.
mhm.
And I don't recommend nobody doing that at all. That
Now
is
they
a
got
no-no. Don't do that at home
this
or
fentanyl.
any.
Yeah, this fentanyl is destroying everything. So man,
Yes.
yeah, this fentanyl is crazy.
And you know what's crazy? When I had my surgery, remember when I had something when I had the heart surgery, that's what they gave me after my surgery. They gave me fentanyl in the IV. And
Yeah,
I was messed up from that. Like, the first of all, the withdrawal I had, even though it was 1 shot or 2 shots in the IV for the pain, I'm telling you, it was incredible. Like, the withdrawals I had was crazy. Out of all the medications
wow.
I've been on, like after my surgeries, and I'm like, how do people do this every day? Like, I don't know. Like, for that withdrawal in 24 hours, because I just got it at the hospital. When I came home, they gave me prescription. But I mean, the withdrawals were crazy. And they said, oh, that's normal. I said, normal? I said, I got to worry about my stitches busting out from me getting sick. Are you serious? And they're like, oh, well, you just got to, you know, hunker down. And they were telling me to, like, drink water and this and that. But the point is, that's normal. And that is not a normal to have on a prescription.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of this, the drug epidemic is just is somewhere else now. It's, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just so bad. You know what I mean? Like it's so bad, and it's something that the news they don't like to talk about it too much. But it's probably the worst epidemic that we have going on right now. That drug epidemic. I'm talking about prescription meds and street drugs. You know what I mean? It's just if I had to guess how many people are on drugs undercover and in the light, I would say it's about 70%, maybe higher, of people that's on some type of drug just to get through these times that we in. Stressful time. It's stressful life. I
Right.
see it all the time. I see it all the time. You know what I mean? But I say it's about 70%. Like I see it everywhere. I see people. I mean everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's just like they play that thing so short. Like this is bad out here. Like everywhere. They, I remember when Percocets and all that stuff got real big, and it's a town, 2 towns over from me called Tom's River, or 3 towns over from me called Tom's River. It was a summer where 52 kids died from overdosing on Percocets. 52.
What?
52, and it wasn't even like no news coverage, nothing. It was just like so swept under the rug. I
Wow.
was like, damn, yo, how y'all just, it's people
Now,
people really don't know how crazy it is out here. They
now I
really
don't
just
mean
don't
to
understand.
cut you off. I apologize. Now, were those prescription Percocets, or were they like they mixed with something?
See, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Maybe
know like
that's what I'm
exactly.
trying to say.
But I know that a lot of prescription meds are getting cut, laced with fentanyl.
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
of them, especially the street, getting them off the street. A lot of it got fentanyl. But yeah, 50 kids died. I'm sorry.
That's sad. That breaks my heart. That, especially, they hide it from the media. That's really devastating because, that acknowledgement could have kicked, probably saved half of those children if the news had a breakage. We got this epidemic going around this area. Keep your children alert,
Yeah,
aware, just like at Halloween, with the Halloween candy. Nowadays these kids got to worry about edibles. People putting edibles in the Halloween candy or passing edibles to the children. And I always check all my kids candy at Halloween time. Unfortunately, you gotta double check. If you
yeah,
see any powder substance, throw that crap away. Throw it
yeah,
away. I tell my kids, if it's open or looks like some powder on it, throw it away.
yeah.
I check it. I don't even let them touch it because I rather me get it absorbed in my hands than them getting it on there. And they don't understand that. Shaking the candy in some thing, if you go touch it, it seeps in your pores, and
Oh
they
no.
don't understand that because it's what we've been through or what we've seen that we could kick that acknowledgement. And
Hmm.
like I said, I got 10 godchildren underneath my belt that I feel like, they either don't have a mother or father, but I am responsible for them on top of my own. And it's hard, it really is, to keep track of them. And but I do it. I make sure I keep track. If it's through an aunt or through a grandmother, whatever the case may be, I'm right there to make sure I'm kicking the acknowledgement, like, because I know these grandparents don't understand. It's not like when they were growing up. It's a total different era. No disrespect to the older generation, I'm sorry, but it really is the truth, and they have to understand. you know, um, it's different. Like when I was a kid, my mom used to talk about marijuana. Like, oh, you're smoking marijuana. No, I'm not smoking, but my eyes would be red and irritated looking. So she used to accuse me of that. But it was the truth. I was scared to smoke marijuana. I really was. When I was 15 years old,
Yeah,
everybody around me was, but I don't recommend it. You
Right.
know, especially mental health is a challenge right now, and it's out there. Mental health is the top highest right now. And I look at it like this. What is different when we were growing up? We didn't have all these deaths happening. So
Right.
that's a mental. You know, these kids are seeing death after death, and it's like,
Right.
you know, they
Right.
need to recover from one, never mind
Right.
all these. And it's
You're
sad.
exactly right.
Another thing is all the tragic parents losing jobs, parents struggling for jobs. You know, they got the methadone, they're on methadone, not paying attention to the children, and a lot of different things are happening. And you know, that's why I'm honest. Like what you say, ask RJ. Don't I tell you stuff and you're like, why are you telling me this?
Say, yo, I'll
But
tell you this,
I have
man.
because I know the generation he's at. And that's
Yeah,
why,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm this interview. So anyone that's out there that's a parent that's tuning in, be more in tune to your children. Don't think they're too young. 10 years old is like the new I would say the 15 when we were growing up. So
Right.
be
Right.
more in tune at 10 years old for real. Be honest with your children. Teach them about what's right and wrong. Like I said, the left is the wrong way. Right is always right. And we gotta kick this acknowledgement. And you know, I wish that we could come up with a board and have a board meeting with all different schools to, you know, to go here to kick acknowledgement. I've in tune to a couple of schools to, you know, kick acknowledgement, but they don't want it. Schools don't want the real acknowledgement to these children. That's what the problem is.
They want to sweep it under the rug.
Right.
You know what I mean? They want to sweep it under the rug. They don't want to face. They don't want to face real issues that's going on. Like we never seen it before when we were kids. Like you named a couple of them. Like this, that mental health is for real. Like these kids are seeing kids die. They seeing schools get shot up. Like we never seen that when we was kids. When we was coming up.
Yeah.
Like these kids are going through a lot, mentally.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean, it gets played short. It gets overlooked. You listen. I would want to be a kid in this day and age. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really want these kids are going through stuff that I witnessed or seen when I was coming up at all. Schools getting shot up, like kids, like seeing your friends die in front of you, and you're only 5, 6 years old. Like, come on, man,
Sad.
that's just crazy. It's crazy, and we're not talking about this one school. 200 over 212. Last time I looked, it was 212 schools got shot up so far. Past 10 years,
That's
212, and it's still no security in the schools, no mandatory security, and armed guards in the schools for the kids. Nothing's changed. So you tell me after 200 schools got shot up, and these are massacres where like 8 or 9 kids, sometimes more, die, and we still don't have armed guards in them schools. And I'm supposed to trust a politician. I'm supposed to believe like, come on, man. Like it's stuff that's too obvious out here that need to be getting done, and it's not even being paid attention to at all, especially when it comes to our children.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Metal detector.
It is right. Metal detector. I mean,
I
do
think metal
something.
detector
It shouldn't be.
would bring
Yeah,
down crime
it
a
should be.
lot.
It should be no school. It should be no school that don't have metal detectors. It should be no school that don't have at least 1 or 2 armed guards in there all day.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, like how? I mean, like what the for real? Like
Yeah.
how many? How much? Like what? Yo, man, it's wild out here. Our world we live in.
Yep.
Our world. You know what I mean? Wow. But hey,
Yeah.
we know
Yes.
we yeah. That's why it's important for us. It's important for us to teach, let them know. It's important for us to do that.
And I think it will scare them too, you know, seeing the metal detectors. So their mind will be like, I can't imagine what a jail is. going through the metal detectors. You know what I mean? So I think it would help bring down the crime a lot because they're already starting young in the schools seeing that. So when they're going to school, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I don't want to go to jail. I have to go through this every day." You know, it's gonna. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna slow down the violence. I really do. I really feel that
yeah,
in my heart.
I believe that too. I believe that too. But something's got to happen.
Right.
Something's got to happen. I mean, just for nothing to be happening, for nothing, no action to be taken after so many children have died, it's mind blowing to me. I don't have no words for it. It's mind blowing.
Right. RJ wants to say bye to you real quick, Christian, because he's about to go.
Okay, all right, RJ. See you later. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right. See you later.
We're gonna go
Okay.
up there and see him this time. That's what we're gonna do.
We are.
Yeah.
Where does he live, Brooklyn?
No, he's wearing the Brooklyn hat.
It's in Brooklyn. Usually that Brooklyn. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be definitely going to set some up for this summer.
definitely.
This
I look
summer definitely.
forward to it, definitely. Christian, give your shout outs. Anything else that you would like to bring up?
Um, um, uh, not really. Just whoever whoever's listening now, just make sure that if there's any way that you can support me with, you know, podcast or some type of interview or whatever you could do. If you know of something that could benefit me, feel free to hit me up or you know hit Jackie up, whatever. It doesn't even matter. But you know, it's hit me up or hit Jackie up. Let me know what we could do to push this movement out even more. Uh, I just want to thank God for this allowing me to be here doing. You know what I mean? It's a blessing. It's a blessing to have. I lost a lot of people, a lot of my friends in the street when I was out there doing drugs and just a lot of the stuff I was doing. I lost a lot of friends, and to see that I've been given a chance to do something positive for as long as I have, and still to be still going. It's such a blessing to me.
Definitely.
When it started, Jackie, I want to shout you out. Like, thank you so much for just everything you do. Like I just enjoy seeing your grind. Just enjoy it. I
Thank you.
just enjoy it because you go out there so hard. You know what I mean? And everything is like stuff is coming together for you all over the place, and you nowhere near done or finished yet. You know what I'm saying? But
Thank you.
I'm just thankful for you. I'm thankful for our connection. Um,
Thank you. I appreciate
shout definitely for real. Like that's real talk. Shout out, of course, my spiritual dad, Bishop David G. Evans, who has always been a positive role model, positive person in my life. He's always been there for me in every type of way he could possibly, save my life in times that I was about to bump my head serious, and just gave me wisdom that he's done a lot for me. Shout out to the man I call Pop, Harry Bowman. I mean, you might see him on my comments sometimes. Um, Harry Bowman is a man I know since I was like 6 years old, and he just always been in my life just ever since then. He used to take me and my brother on camping trips. We used to be at this church. We used to always go camping. He used to be the one like shaking our tents at night, and you know what I mean, like this little type games used to always be like real fun to be around, and he's always watched over me in a lot of ways. So shout out to him. Shout out Gina. I know she's watching right now. Shout out her. You know Shout out to my man Born. We got a show called BTB TV. It's his show, but I mean I'll be on there with him as a co-host, and it's called BTBTV, and it's a dope show. We have a lot of people in the industry who follow, follow it. He got about 12,000 subscribers on there. He's been doing it for a while, but that's my brother. He been doing he been going hard with that. He's come a long way. So I known him for about like 3 years, and he was somebody who's been helping. He plays my music on every show. Just somebody who's been really helping me and push my thing. And I want to shout Big Bro out. My
Definitely.
mom's, of course, my mom Dukes, and just everybody that has ever helped me in any type of way. It's been a lot of people that um just a lot of people that have really gave me positive encouragement over the years that
That's amazing.
I yeah I'll never forget. Never forget that type of stuff. But
Salute to
be on the lookout. Yeah,
everyone.
be on the lookout. We ain't nowhere near done. We ain't nowhere near done.
Definitely, definitely. And shout out to
Yup.
Gina. She always tunes in when I do interviews. So shout out to her too, definitely.
Yeah. Yup.
I appreciate you, Christawn. Everyone that is tuning in, make sure you go follow, support his music. This is Christawn from New Jersey. Check out his music. You could Google him. It'll pop up. Follow him. And again, we talked about a lot of things tonight on this interview. It was a big interview, and I hope that it will touch a lot of you and acknowledgement to all you adults that are tuning in. No disrespect to anyone, but it was a lot of food for thought on this interview. And it was all a little bit of everything, and it's acknowledgement and it's facts. So I hope that you get in tune to your young ones. Your young ones need us. Even if you're having a bad day, make sure you in tune to them. Be like, how was your day? Take that extra 5 minutes. I know sometimes you come home from work and you don't want to ask them. You just want to go in your room or whatever the case may be. In tune to these young ones. They need our love. And they're going to get the love from other people that isn't the real love. And they're getting them caught up in the streets. And that's really what we need to do. And one question, Christawn, do you want to wrap anything real quick?
Ah, not really. You know what? I think as I've gotten older, I've kind of like lost that desire. Like when I first started rapping, like if it was the mic, I was always on it. Like anywhere it was, I don't care if it was a bar, I don't care if it was outside, it was a cipher or whatever. I used to always be so amped and willing to do it, but now I just don't like doing it no more. Like it don't do nothing for me no more.
Right.
I'll be like, somebody be like, yo, switch to, I'll be like, yo, go to YouTube and go check out
I love it.
it's like, yo, I don't be having, I don't know if I'm losing the love. I don't know what it is. But
Well, I never asked you. That was the first time I asked you, so I just wanted to, give you that option. I do ask artists if they want to spit anything, but I had to ask you this time.
nah, I feel like, yeah, it's, it's weird. I mean, nowadays, I just don't have no love to do it no more. It's not like it used to be.
Right.
It's like that part is just died down out of me. I don't like doing it anymore. I don't know
Well,
what
we
it is.
need
I
to
don't
get that going again. Definitely need to get you going on that.
know.
Bringing
I mean,
that vibe
like
back.
if I'm on stage, like if I'm doing something on stage and like I'm doing a track, like sometimes I'll freestyle something. I gotta be in the zone. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
I gotta be in it. Nowadays I gotta be in it. Like I got to feel it, but yeah, hopefully we get to throw a show so I can show the people how I get down on stage and you know
definitely.
show people the live. What I don't want to. I'm not the type of dude who want to talk about too much. I like to pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that big pop, and people can see what it.
yes, definitely. And I would like to come out there, like I said, to your neighborhood and like, do give snacks out during the summertime or something, or freeze pops with snacks, or like a lunch thing, something, I would love
Yeah,
to do
check
that.
that out. Like really
You
try to
know,
throw something for the
figure
kids
out
or
how
something.
to put some
It
things
don't it
with
don't
your
have to
mouth.
be anything like it don't have to be like a thousand people there. It could be something with only 20, 30. Saying let's just like a little event to get them out the streets for a little bit and to get them with
Yeah,
some knowledge.
I'm definitely for that.
Check that out.
I appreciate you, Christawn. Is there anything else you would like to bring up?
Nah, just make sure you go check out the music. Go to Google, plug in my name, Christawn. Got a new track out with Benny the Butcher. That's fire. Got some stuff with
Fire!
Jada. Yeah, that thing's fire. A lot of people on that track. Check me out. Go support the music. Comment. Let me know if you like it, don't like it, or whatever you want, whatever you say. What I mean, just go check it out.
Well, the Iccy Show gives it 2 thumbs up. You get the Iccy Show approval. Shout out to Benny the Butcher. Fire, fire,
Yeah.
fire. And I look forward to getting your album when it comes out, with all the features. Let them know who's the features on your album that is coming out this summer.
Jada Kiss, Busta Rhymes, and Benny the Butcher.
Woo woo! Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
2023 is here. Christawn, I
So
look
far,
forward to your
who
album
knows?
coming out this year.
Yeah, I look forward to it too. It's been a little minute, so but we gonna make that thing. That thing's gonna be nice when it gets out. It's gonna do. It's going. I feel like it's gonna do well. It's gonna do well.
Definitely well worth it. Definitely. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. So
Thank you.
I know RJ, like I said, you already got 2 people here waiting for it. So I
Yeah,
know
that's
there's many
what's
more
up.
people waiting for it.
That's what's up. Appreciate that.
And we are internationally on the Iccy Show right now. We are connected 50 states in every country. Salute to all you countries and state to state. This is interview 557 interviews I've done in little less than 4.5 years. June will be the 5-year anniversary of the Iccy Show, and I appreciate you, Christawn, always coming on the Iccy Show. You're welcome anytime you got anything. And when the album comes up, I need to have the interview in person out there. I will drive out there just to have the first interview. I'm putting it up ahead. Before it comes out, the Iccy Show needs to do the first interview, please.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. You got that. You got it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely. I appreciate you,
Yeah.
Christawn. Is there anything else you would like to bring up?
That's it. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all have a good night. You know what I mean? Out.
Have a good night, Christawn. Everyone that tuned in, I appreciate everyone that tuned in. Have a blessed Sunday. From our house to your house, God bless everyone. Free the G's. Let's go. 2023 is here. This is interview 557 with Christawn, the one and only from New Jersey. Make sure you link with him. Check out his music. Google him. Support his music. And go support other projects that he has coming out. And if you have anything that you could provide to him for podcasts or interviews or shows, link with this man. Christawn, let them know how to spell your name on all your social, just in case.
CHRISTAWN. Christawn.
I love it. I love the name. Christawn.
Yeah.
You probably have
That's
your
it,
ears ringing. Because our house, your name is ringing over here a lot.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate that.
All positive. All positive.
That's good. That's good.
I appreciate you. Have a good night, King. Much love and
All right.
respect.
You too,
Peace.
Queen. I'll talk to you later.
All right, King. Good night.